tuning in an hour after the live, please make sure to hit that like button, as it will greatly help us push through the analytics and help us push through the algorithm so more people can reach this community. I see there's a few people here already, so I thank you for that. Just please make sure to hit the like button. It's the one easy way to make sure that we can get around. As far as XRP tonight, we're within the bull flag setup still. We're still trying to make that push to 68 cents. We had a nice little run up to 62, about 62 and a half cents right before the close. So, but welcome in JW. He says no mention needed, but Jules rules. See that, Julie? You got the first comment. Sean, welcome in. Good evening. True, good to see you in here right before the Christmas. Well, I guess it is the Christmas season already. James Montgomery, CJ2 Pilot, Bobby, welcome in. Mr. Extra Sour Cream Taco Supreme, what's going on, my friend? Archie, welcome in. Tommy Old Jackson, he says. 1970 Legend, any scoop on XDC? We can go over XDC today, see where it's looking in the technicals. Michael, welcome in. Terry, good evening. UK Phil, welcome in. Jorge, John Patak, welcome in. Mark Sintik, MKP, welcome. Matt Holden, good evening. Mr. Carter, welcome in. Hashtag Mother Second Choice. Hopefully you're having a good evening. John Hall, good evening. 1970 Legend. Noah, I hate to admit this. I came super close to dumping XRP today and just going all in on Sol. Well, you're going to do what you're going to do. Just don't get your cabancho stuck in the vice grip when something's already gone up 300%. But I'm like I always tell people, don't dump one asset for another. You know, if you have extra capital, well, so be it. But don't just dump something you like just because something else is moving. G-Rock, thank you so much for the $9.99 donation. Happy holidays, he says. Happy holidays to you as well. I really appreciate that. Dean, good evening. Welcome in. JW, he does rock. It's a very selfless donation. Let me timestamp this very quickly. Good evening. 7:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, December 22nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. 1970 Legend says, go Bucks. Go Bucks indeed. Have fun in the Cotton Bowl. You know, but good things can happen there. Good things can happen there. What, Julie?
Who are the Bucks?
Ohio State Buckeyes. You know, our most hated rival.
Oh.
The ones who pained me for 8 years in a row and made me want to hang myself. Well, let's not go that
Be
far.
nice. Behave.
V-Chain is rocking. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Seymour, welcome in. I'm short on XRP 6255. How do you feel bullish on? How do I feel bullish? Well, I'm just saying there's a bullish proposition here. I feel bullish because we've had a golden cross in the 1 hourly and 2 hourly approximately. We'll take a look at. I feel bullish because we're still within the bull flag from October, and that top end potential would suggest a rejection at 68 cents, even if we get rejected. The RSI is still in a very reasonable range in the daily and weekly, so I feel pretty good. For all those reasons and more, that's why. XRP, as we aforementioned, hey, everybody who's suggesting me to go to a whole bunch of things. So now I've got XRP, somebody wants XDC, somebody wants Casper, and somebody wants VeChain. Now, I'm a very cool person, and I can go through all of this all easily, and I will. Just consider all the time I put in and at least hit that like button, as we have 31 likes and 56 people watching. Or consider sending a donation or a YouTube super chat. Now somebody wants DGB, but these are all the ones that I love and that I already covered. Tanya, welcome in, love. I so greatly appreciate you being in here. And don't worry, we will cover H-bar for you. And another reason with XRP I feel good is even in this immediate short term, which I'm not even going to keep this on here. That was just to show people if we wanted to make that push back up, at least to the rising channel resistance. But right now, our next big area is at 65 cents. 654 to be approximate. Just saying it. No, we're looking at VeChain. But you've already done your part. You're already in Tom's army. You're already in Tom's army. See? But that's a big area I'd like to break past. In the 4 hourly, we've still got plenty of room on the RSI. We're still in a pretty neutral area. I mean, if you're asking me, it still looks like it's in this little bit of a rising channel. In the 4 hourly, we're still trying to get out of what was a death cross, but we're trying to reverse course right now. It's already reversed back through the 100. If we look at the smaller time frames, we're about to have a golden cross in the 2 hourly. I would approximate between the next 2 and 4 candle closes, which would be anywhere between the next 4 and 8 hours. So I mean, I'm not super bearish right now. We've had a nice cross here with the price action as far as the resistance wall in the RSI. So I mean, there's a few reasons to be excited. The hourly, we've had that golden cross. We've been riding on it all day. Even supported the 2 hourly. But that's this chart. This is just the rising channel resistance. Now, if we look at the chart that I put the most stock in right now, it's this one with the overall pattern formation that started in October of 2023. That's the bull flag. Now, the immediate pattern that formed in here, this is just on the retest now of this bull flag support on the uptrend. Now we created what's an ascending triangle, and this is continuing to ride it. This was just an estimation, and now, I mean, we could try to take the whole picture because I'm never married to it. I try to estimate it, but once it gives me the proper picture, then I can realign it. But, I mean, it's something like this if you take the whole picture now. But I don't even care about this. I do only because we can see if we're going to have a breakout back to the top side. But what I'm looking at is a run back up. Even if it comes back and retest down here, I'm looking for a run back up. And right now, it looks like we could be bouncing off the 2 hour or the 1 hour time frame on that golden cross. Even in the hourly or the 30-minute, we've pulled back down. We're coming back into a more neutral area. The immediate short term, I would say sure. If you're going short in the immediate short term, this is a reversal candle. So would it be nice to clear out some RSI and come back down to like 621? I wouldn't see anything wrong with that. Even if we want to come down here and maybe retest 62 cents, again, no problem with that. Just be careful on the short, especially if we do bounce our way back up. I could totally see the play down to 621 or 625. Or 621 or what was that? About 621. Or right around, we'll give it a little bit, 619. I could see that. But it's a thinly traded weekend coming up, and we could have a nice move for Christmas. Remember, markets won't come back online on Monday. They'll be closed. You know, I don't necessarily like the fire that was on the background. You know what I want? This Christmas one, yeah. The Christmas one that plays music in the background.
You were made for this.
It's the holiday season for yeah, that's better. Eventually it'll play something. Even if it doesn't, who cares? I think that's a lot more relaxing. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. So what do we think? So 30-minute, we come back down for a retest. At least come back down here. That'll clear out some of the RSI if it wants to off of this long leg doji. And then, assuming we don't break through this formation, I think we're looking pretty good here. Especially this ascending formation. We want to continue on this to break out and push up to 68. Just a thank you, good vibes. Hey, I appreciate that, John Patak, and a $4.99 donation. Very, very, very generous. Very generous. Thank you so much. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, Gatman says, thank you for all you do, Tom. Hey, no problem. No problem. So, let me bounce around real quick. So, H-bar, we're at about 892, down about 1.1%. We talked about the retest yesterday of this formation if we come back down. It's approximated. I've done everything on here in case it does do the retest. This is before we had broken out, and now it's starting to follow these paths. So now it's either, I would like to see us get a retest around 842, but it doesn't need to. Technically, I suppose it doesn't have to, but I would love to see it do it because we haven't held it since we've started this. But if you're looking at it realistically, Tanya, or anybody who's a fan of the H bar, if you can hold the 2 hour time frame, technically if we hold 8-9, we wouldn't have to come all the way back down there. But it would relieve a little bit of pressure here. Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. Love seeing the audience that's here tonight. Love seeing the audience. We got 67 people here on a Friday. How awesome is that? Search for crypto, good evening. And by no means is XRP super bullish to where everybody's just excited to watch. That is not the case. So that's what we're looking at for H-bar. I know somebody brought up Casper and VeChain was brought up. So VeChain down 1.36%. Why has everything moved and XRP hasn't? You think we're going to move last minute? Also, have a good Christmas, sexy man. Hey, I appreciate that, Archie. And I appreciate the $5 donation. Hey, I'll always take the compliment. Thank you very much. XRP typically moves last. It is what it is. It takes the most money to move. So my theory's always been, if people are going to pump one thing to the next, or they're just trying to swing with big amounts of money, it's more logical to think they could go to XRP last because it acts more like a stable coin. It does. If you look at it year over year compared to a lot of others, it typically will stay. I mean, it's not a big difference unless you go from a bull to bear market, but it typically stays around the same price until it has a quick move. So I think it just moves last because everybody piles their money in there at the end. I do. And if it's a fake pump in the market, XRP is always the last to pump. For whatever reason, it just holds true. I'm not saying that's going to happen right now. Search for crypto, welcome in this. I share contract flare. I'll do this on the repertoire right now. So VeChain's had a great rally. VeChain's had a fantastic rally. I mean, it's amazing to me where it's at. We bought it at like 1.516 as a community. And it's been moving up. I mean, it's got a nice technical target to the top side, but we've talked about how I don't know if it's going to get there before it clears this RSI. Look at that daily. This daily RSI is out of control. It's up at 87. I mean, it doesn't mean it can't continue going, but it's in need for a healthy correction here. Now, the only question would be, can it get over 4.1 before that healthy correction? I would tend to say that because we've broken out of this bear flag, that it should come back down here in sometime around 3 cents. I think we're probably in need for a retest around 3 cents. But see, while all these are getting ready, some of them for retest, XRP hasn't even made the move yet to get the retest. That's why I think a lot of people are overlooking what could be the potential here. I never rule anything out with XRP because of how manipulated it is. But Flare's had a breakout. It's trying to confirm another move. And this is a pretty easy one. It's basically setting up. And its RSI's cleared out here a lot in the 4 hourly. You can see how much it's come down now. And we can do it in, I'd probably do it like this, honestly. It's probably going to be the easiest way to show everybody what's happening. And yeah, I know it's died out a little bit on the up and downs. It's like the computer trading bots just waiting for that influx of money. We all can see what's going on here. But I would still come from back here, take the wicks, take high wick, so that you can see the potential burst. And what I mean by that is, I think we can show a perfect example here. So we had a resistance down to support, did this, boom, now it's doing this. I'd expect it to do this sometime and hit this area. I think it's going to. So Flare's probably going to be in tune for a move. If it breaks down and it doesn't play to the top side, you know that volatile move will bring it down here. So it's one of those things. Gut feeling says probably here with where the RSI's at. But with manipulation, you never know. So if it breaks, I'm not married to anything. 200-day could be an overextension down here about 1.5. Breaks that, then you know it comes down to about 1.3. Other than that, if it holds that support, we should be looking at about 1.9. So that's about what I'm looking there. So that's H-bar. That's VeChain. That's Flare. Casper's at 4.3. Casper we bought, I don't even know what it was at. 3.2 maybe, 3.5, I don't even remember. Casper's starting to get into the upper range in the 4 hourly. Yeah, I mean, it's still got a little bit of a move left. The technical move should have brought us up here. I have been pulling this over here. Whoops. just so it's easier to see. I should probably make that 1. But we've been bringing this over here because this used to be over here. But we were bringing it over just so it'd be easier to see. But we've still got the technical target. We can see it off of the flag. We can see the initial target. And then this is either a retest or we're going to get on top of it. If you break down, you come back down to 3-1. But this has been a nice move here. We're on a bull flag. It's cleared up a lot of space here. And it looks like it's trying to attempt a breakout back to the top side. The weekly time frame has got a little bit of room. So if it wants to finish off this move for a rejection at 494 or something like that, it could. But we'll see. We're in a very heavily manipulated market. That's the problem right now. That's the honest to God truth. This market's very heavily manipulated. And it's an issue. DGB has made part of its move. Remember, I've talked about for a while that it needs to make a run up to around 1 cent. It's finally starting to make that move. I mean, it's been making it, but now it's made a big part of the move. Finally got past some big resistance. DGB's over 009. You know, we bought it at 0058. So I think we bought it at a good time. We're breaking. We already broke out of a wider formation, this descending structure, descending triangle, one could say. But then we had an overextension. When it broke out, we had this converging formation, and we knew if it broke up, next target's 948. If we stay on top of 948, 1073 was the target I called long ago and said that we were due for a breakout up there. So we're almost there now. RSI starting to get into the overbought. So, you know, we're going to have a correction soon. Weekly should have a little bit of room. Not much, but still a little bit of room. So we'll see how much this finishes off here. But after, we're going to be due for a correction. XDC up 0.21%. It's one of the ones that's overdue. I'll tell you right now, it's overdue. Came down beautifully to the bull flag support if you are the uptrend. Perfectly. When it came down to 4297, I think it's right around there. Oh, it's a little up now. But that was a perfect retest. We converged. Our entire patterns converged. And we're just waiting for a reversal. It could come down lower if we get a rejection here on the 20-day, obviously. But it looks like a sneaky bull flag has been formed. And now we're waiting for a pushback up to around that 5-7 area. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few days we're sitting here and we say, well, we've had a 20% move in XDC and it's back up towards that 6 cent mark. Would not be surprised. That's the top of the formation. XLM's at 12.5 cents, about 12.6. Same as with XRP. I feel like it's overdue. It's consolidating again. It had a little bit of a move today, but with XLM, it's pretty much the same. We're stuck in the exact same style formation. That's a bull flag. It also goes back to October. Well, this one's November, the short term. But this is converging. We're coming up to the top of this. And now it's like, do we get rejected up there? Looks like a W reversal starting. 4 hourly starting to climb back into the overbought. So we're going to get a correction here at some point. But in the daily time frame, we're showing some strength here. Happy holidays, brother. Here's to the 2024 bull run. Oop, I got to finish reading that. 2024 bull run. Thank you for all that you do. A $19.99 donation from Sam. Thank you so much. Wow. JW, me too. I'm very happy with the portfolio. How do you account for manipulated spikes in the TA analysis? Because no matter what the manipulation or not, the chart's showing us. So if we were to have a sudden breakdown and it fell below both of these patterns, let's say for XLM, and let's say we had an overzealous move down below here, the chart would tell us it shouldn't bounce through here yet. The technical move should break down. Then it should account for some kind of bounce back relief rally before a further move. If it were to just shoot straight through, it's kind of like, all right, here, I'll show you a better example. How do we account for it? Remember when XRP had that breakout a few months ago? And everybody said, well, Tom, the charts, they weren't telling us we were going to have a move. Well, it did. With the setup we had, it showed us. It was a fake out to the top side right here. It broke out of the rising channel, but it wasn't showing us within the actual formation that it was ready. And it just broke up, came right back down, and I even said, the charts aren't saying it, and what did it say? Come visit me in 24 hours. That's when we found out they had fake news about an XRP ETF. So you just have to kind of rely on where the formation's supposed to take you, and if it goes outside of it, you have to see if it's proper correlation there. Or if there's some kind of news or something that comes out that could arbitrarily affect the price. But there's no real answer. There's no real answer. luck, but just understanding the formation to a finite level to where right now we know if we get a little manipulated money dump, we know we'll go down to about 53.2 with XRP. That's the bottom line. If we had a big sell-off, we know where we'd be going. If we have a big buy, you know, a big push by the bulls, well, we know it wouldn't be out of question if it goes to 68, even up to 82. Now, if it went to $1.10, we'd have to be like, well, what the hell is going on here? We haven't even had a retest of a pattern breakout from January of 2018. Something's got to give here. This isn't right. So, or if it broke down and we're sitting at 12 cents, we're like, well, what the hell? This pattern was down at 38 cents from January 2018, and we never had a retest back up. Something ain't right. You know, there's different ways to read into it. For Bitcoin, what has it been? Wow, beautiful 20 minutes there already. I think we had a fantastic 20 minutes. We're gonna relax together. I want to relax together while we're all together. I know it's Friday night and some of you are gonna go do your own thing, but I do appreciate you sticking with me for this evening. We're not done yet. Still have a few more key things I want to go over. But I always have a good time with everybody. Always have a good time with everybody. OMC, happy holidays, Tom. Thanks for all you do. Wow, a $25 donation from OMC. Wow, thank you guys so much. You're very generous. OMC, I really appreciate that. Is there something in particular you wanted me to look at? I know that you probably like what I already have looked at. Bitcoin's down 113 points or 43,889. Still just sticking it around. We talked about how the RSI was in a favorable spot for a little bit more of a move. If we could just break up a little bit more in the daily. We haven't quite done that yet. We're still holding that 42,663. And it still feels like somehow, some way they want to push Bitcoin up to 47,000 here. Now, if we lose 42,663, well, obviously that could change our mind. But it's still got room in the daily. Weekly's getting way up there, however. Monthly still got a little bit of room. But it is towards the end of the month here. And as we know, the monthly will reset. So volume's breaking down a little bit on the monthlies. So we'll see what happens here. But we're going to eventually have a reversal. It's a question of, can we hold these areas? But XRP's in a favorable spot, too. It hasn't had that big bounce. You look at some of these. Algo's down 3.21%, but it's at 23 cents now. We were buying at sub 10 cents. You know, that's the point. And now it's got a nice bounce that it's been taking. It's still got a ton of... Look at Algo in the monthly. Yes, it's going to come up at the end of the month in the RSI. So now if we go to the weekly, it's getting into overbought now. It's had a tremendous rally. Daily's going to be way up there. 4 hourly's going to be way up there. So yeah, some of these are going to have a correction here, but XRP's still in a very favorable spot. So while some of them corrected, we think maybe, just maybe, XRP might have itself a little rally. I do. In fact, I'm positioned for it. In more ways than one. 4 hourly, however, you know, we got room for a little bit more of a run here this weekend. Everyone, if you could please show Tom some holiday love for all of his work, even if it's only $2. Hey, I endorse that message, Sam. I endorse that. No, it's fine. I appreciate everybody who does show the support. We have 78 people in here right now, 73 likes. That's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. Old Flo says he dumped Bitcoin for XRP. I think right now that's a good dump because Bitcoin's had such a move up and XRP's still within this bull flag. Like, that's what we need to remember. XRP's in the bull flag from October. Yeah, 62 cents would be a great sign of strength if we hold that. Now, just remember, if we dump down, as long as we technically hold that 603 level, I'd be okay with it. Assuming we're talking about Sunday. If it happened today, about 602. But yeah, 62 cents would be a great sign of strength. No, I don't have much faith in Bitcoin either. The one reason I do like Bitcoin, JW, thank you for the $3 donation. I greatly appreciate that. Miss Vicky said, Tom, I have a question. I need someone to comment so I can finish reading that. But I do like Bitcoin because it's just like gold with commodities. It helps you determine which way the market's more likely to go. Tom, I have a question. Remember when central bankers said a few years ago they won't be raising rates? Then they raised them like wildfire. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do remember, Miss Vicky. I absolutely remember. We had a big talk about this in 21. Well, everything came to fruition now. Because what Powell said, market is pricing it up to 6 cuts next year. What if they don't cut any or have... Hey, that's what's going to end up happening. But remember, they're going to cut next year. They're going to cut, I believe at this station, we were the first to call the QE, returning to quantitative easing from quantitative tightening. And that's when I bought back in hardcore. This was a good 8-9 months ago now, and everything has gone up exponentially. But they said that back then that they were not going to stop raising rates, but they started talking about how they were going to print money and they were passing the stimuluses and all this other crap to keep the... It was just a nightmare. So now... Don't think they're not going to lower rates because we have an election year next year. They're going to do everything they can to basically kick the can down the road to 25. After the election year, look out. But in 24, you might have, like I've been calling, the mini bull run. For if no other reason, they want to make themselves look good for the elected officials that are already in office. And like I've always said, good or bad, the United States deems itself successful or a failure based on the stock market. And based on its financial markets. It's a shame, but that's the truth. If it breaks 68 cents, yeah, the first target would be 75. And then after that, ultimately, out of this formation, the technical target is actually 82.7 cents if we got on top of 68. But we do have a resistance at 75. I call it a mini bull run because you could call it a bear market rally. And I only call it a mini bull run because I believe there's going to be a big liquidity dump going into late 25 at worst, as early as late 24. But I think in 25, they're going to have a big dump of the markets to get ready for the digital flip. I really do. Oh, yeah, the smaller time periods are going to look bearish. It needs to clear a little bit of room. I wouldn't say, well, I mean, 5 hour looks very bearish. I don't know about very bearish. It could come down a little bit more to finish clearing off that RSI. If it gets rejected here, we have a reversal candle on the 5 minute. We have a little bit of what could be an inverted hammer. If this continues up, it could break up. Otherwise, it's like we talked about at the beginning of this live. We could be looking at 621 or all the way down here to that 618 again. But it's dumping RSI. This is what we want. We're dumping some pressure here. What happens when inflation regulates? Or what? Or you mean when it starts to go where it's supposed to be? Well, that's why I keep telling everybody, buy your precious metals, become your own central bank. So I keep saying after the mini bull run, I'll decide, is that the time I have to sell out of everything again? Bro, I wish ordinary people could talk crypto. Yeah, you and me both. Trust me, you and me both. Even doing a station with over 19,400 subscribers, I probably have less than 500 people that actually know crypto. Most are just speculators. That's not being mean. That's just the truth. Keeping it going. CJ2 Pilot with a $4.99 donation. Look how cool. What a generous audience, Julie. Julie, what a generous audience. Julie, would you like this?
Yeah.
Julie's crocheting. I'm going to go walk this over to her. You are learning. Everybody's learning, Miss Vicky. Tanya Nuttall, welcome in. My birthday sister's in the house. We just celebrated our birthday on the 17th. I'm a little older, but she's probably wiser. Look at that beautiful fire, Julie. I put yours back on. The Christmas tree. It's a nice one. Mine's doing pretty good. We have a nice audience. It's a positive vibe. Ooh, good. See, Julie's giving me plenty of time because she took care of our son. What a nice Julie. We've got a nice Julie over here. Let's give a round of applause for Julie. Right, Julie?
I deserve an award.
You do. You deserve an award. You do. The bestest and brightest.
But
That's an award every day. Miss Vicky said Julie is just beautiful. Sean says everybody is programmed to think. Exactly. I agree, Sam. Julie does rock. But yeah, it is like learning a new language. Trying to learn just reading crypto or reading technicals. It really is. It really is. CJ2 Pilot says, hello, Julie. Or hello, Jules. You got some round of applause here as well. Yeah, I know that. I think the tree looks nice. Tree looks nice.
Festive.
Festive, exactly. Oh, that's the tree on the TV that you're seeing. This is well, you know my TV. Yeah, that's a tree on the TV. Look how cool that looks. Look, we're looking outside here. Let me pull it over here. Now it looks like I'm a festive man. Look at that. Look at that. Now it looks. See? Now I'm doing what they do on YouTube. You see my beautiful house behind me? I could even do this to deceive a little bit more. You see this beautiful... Look at my fireplace with my stockings and this. Fantastic. But you know, we can... It's the power of what we can put behind us. I actually like having this on behind me rather than Bloomberg. What does everybody think? Do you like stuff like this behind me instead of having the charts behind me? I think I like this better. I like this better. And I can do it this... You know, I can do it based on what season we're in. It's not very hard. But XRP, let's see. 5 minute. I think it's just doing what we talked about at the beginning of the stream. I think we're just dumping down. The RSI's clearing out a little bit. We're in a small rising channel that we have to figure out. And when we go through this into the higher time frames, when we start at the hourly, we have the golden cross. 2 hourly, we're trying to confirm a signal for the golden cross. We were about 2 to 4 candles away from confirming this. Tom, have you heard of Barrow? I've seen the call letters, or the letters ROE, but I'm not real familiar with it, to be honest with you. Tom the Bear. Well, it's not that I'm a bear. It's just, you know. Isn't the hard rejection from 63 today bearish? No. No, this only becomes bearish if you lose this ascending formation and then you have to try to hold a drop to 602, roughly. Right now, it's not. Right now, we're just retesting. Look, in the hourly, we had the golden cross. The one thing that was bearish today, but we proved bullish, is we came down through. We held the uptrending support after the golden cross, bounced off the 200 and now the 20, and now we're riding the 20-day. You're going to continue to get liquidity here. There's no volume right now, so I believe for the 2 hourly, like I've been saying, I think we need to come down a little bit. We've already had a reversal when we came down. Now, these are some bullish candles here to follow it. We're on top of the 200-day and the 2 hourly. I understand the rejection at 63, but that's just standard operating procedure right now. In fact, we're converging so much, we're about to have a golden cross in the 2 hourly now. Remember, we're already working on a golden cross in the weekly. The only thing we're trying to flip back over now is the 4 hourly. We had that dot cross, but now in the next candle close, we should have the 20 clearly through the 100, and now we might pull back through the 200 in the next few candles. So, but now watch. If we ever do come through like we talked about, that's 60, we'll just say 62 cents as of Friday. If you come through 62 cents, tomorrow will be about 622. If you come through there, then you'd be looking at a correction down to 602 to see if that bull flag is still valid. If it breaks down, we already know the target's around 53.2 cents roughly. Continues to go up the farther we go. I read the white paper. It's still in pre... Oh, you guys are all reading that. But yeah, I mean, there's not much more we can say about XRP than just that. There really isn't. It's been 35 hardcore minutes of that's what's going to happen either one way or the other. We know it. We know one way or the other what's going to happen. It's just a matter of, will the 2 hour confirm a pattern reversal here? This is when we're finally going to have some, we're going to finally have some real answers here. Let's see if we go look up XRP, what's in the news right now. I know there was a few things happening. We know about the central bank stuff from yesterday. But let's see. So XRP price critical week. 70 million XRP shifts hands. So it's always good at the end of the week. Sometimes you can find stuff like this. Recently, the XRP community witnessed a series of notable transactions as reported by Whale. Alert, 3 large transfers of XRP tokens totaling nearly 70 million were made to various crypto exchanges, indicating potential strategic moves by the whales. The first notable transaction involved the movement of 24.9 million XRP tokens, valued at about valued at 15.3 million to Bitstamp, a well-known crypto exchange. This was swiftly followed by, sorry, there's a lot of comments, by the transfer of 25.2 million XRP tokens worth approximately 15.54 million to BITSO, another exchange. The final in this series was a transfer of 20 million XRP coins, over 12 million in value to Bybit. These transactions represent substantial movements within the XRP market and are closely watched by investors and enthusiasts for potential impacts on the coin's value and liquidity. Yeah, but that's been enough to even move XRP. Remember, there's 53 billion, 54 billion tokens. That's just a drop in the hat. Fractions of a point. So, market anticipation eyeing a potential breakout despite the current flat trend. The broader outlook for XRP hints at possible changes. The cryptocurrency has been consolidating between 60 and 70 cents, forming a triangle pattern in its USDT pair chart. The 60-cent level provides crucial support and reinforced by the 200-day moving average. Trending nearby, this technical setup suggests a higher likelihood of a breakout to the upside. Should this occur, the market could rally toward the 70-cent resistance level and potentially beyond. Amidst these whale activities and price movements, XRP has experienced a shift in its market position. Recently, it lost its 5th place in total market capitalization to Solana. So, looking for more of a potential of a breakout, like I said, I expect with a 72% probability that we break the 68 cents instead of breaking to the downside below this bull flag. But hey, that still leaves a 28% chance. But right now, as long as we can hold this consolidation, we'll be looking really well. Really well. Just we're going to have to hold this. Yep. Oh, yeah, for me, I've already said it. Until it gets over 63 cents, I won't even get excited. And until it ultimately breaks 653 and you get above this rising channel from June of 2022, that's when you ultimately know, okay, we're okay. We've got a chance at doing something here. And now it's on for the move back to the top of the bull flag from October. And this is a bull flag from October. But if we look on the other chart, there's a much bigger pattern, which is inside. The obvious largest pattern is from January of 2018. But we've also got this rising channel resistance up here at 65 cents. That has been a very big pain in the ass. So we would have to get above here for me to really be like, okay, we've got something going here. And I've been very clear about that. 654 is my line in the sand. If it gets above that, well, obviously now I know. There's no doubt about it. We're going to 68 and a quarter or whatever it is. But once you get on top of this rising channel resistance, we've got a chance to make a breakout. And the RSI is not in a terrible spot here for XRP. And a lot of them, it's getting into the overbought. Or it's way in the overbought. XRP in the daily looks fantastic. It's in a very neutral area. It's consolidated. It looks like a falling channel it's breaking out of. Now we just have to break that resistance here on the trend. So oh yeah, I would definitely be more nervous if I wasn't holding. And like, I'll continue to say it, like, I'm not going to get mad. A lot of people are crucifying XRP, and it's like, I'm not going to get mad at something that I buy in at 346 in early 23. And look, I have it at 349. And right now, we're sitting at what? 60, I don't know, what are we at right now? I'll just say 61.6. That's 76%. At 71 or 61.6, we're actually up a little higher. But I'm not going to get mad about that. Like, we're in a consolidation phase and I'm up 70+%. Okay. Like everybody who gets mad and like this pile is, you have a choice right now. You could sell it too. You could sell it. Nobody says you have to hold it, but there's a reason why you're not selling it. And everybody who gets mad that XRP hasn't moved as much as Solana or something else, like I said, I could pull up 1,000 different coins that I say, oh, I wish I would have held this instead of that. But why should it be a one or the other? You know, if you're too broke to be able to hold 1,000 different things, you can't have the wandering eye. That's the problem. The wandering eye will get you killed. Because now you're just going to be jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing every time it's hot. Remember everybody who talked about Pepare in here and I told them to kick that shit out? Once it went up for like 200-300%, and then what happened? It dumped by like 95%. You know how many people in here said, oh my God, I was up 25, 30,000 and now I'm down? I don't even have my... It's like a lot of people are paper... A lot of people make a lot of paper money. They just never sell it.
When you're injured, the pain and bills don't
The key isn't when to buy it. It's the key is when to sell it. It's easy to buy it. It's easy to hold on to it. But it's easy to get... It's not easy to get rid of when the time's right. So, I don't know. I'm patient for a reason, but yeah. That's basically what I got, everybody. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope this helps. I hope this helps. I hope you guys learned something today. Please make sure to hit that like button and share this on social media. I'm gonna go check on my son and I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. But I think this was a fantastic 41 minutes. I'm very pleased with how this went. I hope you all have a great Friday night. I really do. But yeah, thank you all so much. Have a blessed evening, and thank you.